broken in a way that now threatened the safety of the entire family.
It was exactly 7 p.m. when all of a sudden there was an end of the roar of the storm and sea. Glancing across the table, I noticed a white-veiled form standing on the threshold of my door, facing me. With my mouth still full of food, I continued eating, too amazed to do anything else. At first I thought my eyes deceived me, but the apparition stood there, all right. After looking a second and a third time, there could be no doubt about its reality. It was a woman, about my own size, and I noted the rich, black hair unrolling over her shoulders, showing through the veils so long it reached down to her knees. Even through the veil, I could see dark eyes which fixedly stared at me. I also noticed that the light from out in the hall faintly showed through her form. A tremble of supreme joy and anxiety shook my frame. There she was at last, the apparition of Castle Kozel, the promised bride.
Carl managed to keep Elena for himself.
I cannot possibly describe the upsurge of a divine happiness such as I had never experienced before. There was a melting together in divine bliss. It was as if my feet went off the ground and she and I were floating in space. My old sorrows of having my sick girl in what practically was a railroad station came back with a vengeance. Not with malicious intent, but from sheer curiosity to witness all this strange apparatus I had brought and how it worked. Relatives, friends, neighbors in droves gathered around the sickbed. I rinsed her body and also the inside of the coffin thoroughly, but I used phenol solution this time for disinfecting and to remove the last traces of odor. After that, I dried her entire body, drained the coffin, and sponged it clean and dry. Then, kissing her dry lips and breathing deeply into her lungs until her bosom rose, I unpacked her bridal gown and covered her body with it. I draped her with the silk veil and adorned her head and hair with a golden crown. She looked so wonderful now, I could not resist. The wondrous spell and trembling with burning love, I sank gently into the coffin to her and kissed her as if she were alive. Elena, darling, we are all alone in this world, you and I and our God, and that we are happy and contented. I will be going with you too. Let us stay together. Wherever you go, there no further discharge was visible, I am sure. That if you die, I'll take you in my arms. Her nostrils, good Lord, were sealed with cotton, but her ears were now open. With the greatest care, I now detached the uppermost layers, which were overgrown and eaten up with slimy molds. I then got a large bucket and deposited rags into it until it was filled. Carefully, peeling off all pieces around the head, face, and chest first, I found that many pieces had become glued to the skin. Fresh red blood. All the body was still veins not turned out easily. There was no regular fermented to soak in patches, being as its sound might injure her delicate skin. Then a pause, which I wanted to keep intact. Then a sound of flowing again. The bucket some kind of irregular flutter in between. It had to be removed from all parts of America. Was overpowering foreign countries. Then hundreds of letters and soaps and showers went into all places and services were ragged. Not some idle curiosity, adhering to my experiments in resurrecting heart. In their eyes, I had not committed. Too often my work was gradually disturbed. Faith was circumstances beyond my control. I decided that it was my duty body to answer comprehensively now thousands of questions I had asked in connection with my life and my love for Elena.
I've gotta take a little time to think things over. Between the lines, in case I need it when I'm older. mountain I must climb. Feels like the world upon my shoulder. Through the clouds I see love shine. It keeps me warm as life grows colder. In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again. Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life.
Sure squiggly, isn't it? And really wanders all over, doesn't it? Yeah, where do you put this guy usually? I clip it to that clip up there.
In their eyes, I had not committed a crime. Gradually, faith recovered and hope returned into my heart. I decided that it was my duty to answer comprehensively those thousands of questions I had been asked in connection with my life and my love for Elena. Also, fresh red blood had leaked from the veins on her legs, which had to be cemented with silken patches. The body of the girl dissolved in my arms.
I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. I wanna feel what love is. I know you can show me.
It was exactly 7 p.m. when all of a sudden there was an end of the roar of a storm and sea. Glancing across the table, I noticed a white-veiled form standing on the threshold of my door facing me. With my mouth still full of food, I continued eating, too amazed to do anything else. At first I thought my eyes deceived me, but the apparition stood there, all right. After looking a second and a third time, there could be no doubt about its reality. It was a woman, about my own size, and I noted the rich, black hair unrolling over her shoulders, showing through the veils so long it reached down to her knees. Admittedly, my experiments in resurrecting Elena were partly successful. Too often my work was interrupted and disturbed by outside circumstances beyond my control. But I'm not giving up.
I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me.
Body.
I wanna feel what love
There was no regular heartbeat, but there was a sound. The body was still the best
I
of
know you can show me.
the sound of Elena's body, somehow enough right now in trouble.
I wanna know what love is.
Also, fresh red blood
You to
from
show
the veins on her legs, which had to be cemented with silver
I
patches.
wanna feel what love is. I know you can show
On the flyway. That's
Parts of America, foreign countries, hundreds of letters poured in and thousands of visitors came to see me, not from idle curiosity, but from humane sympathy. Even through the veil, I could see dark eyes which fixedly stared at me. I also noticed that the light from out in the hall faintly showed through her form. A tremble of supreme joy and anxiety shook my frame. I cannot possibly describe the upsurge of divine happiness, such as I had never experienced before. There was a melting together in divine bliss. It was as if my feet went off the ground, and she and I were floating in space.
I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. I wanna feel what love is. I know you can show me.
Then we took another trip and went east. I don't remember what year. It must have been about 1980. And went out to the East Coast. Went to Niagara Falls. After we had moved back here by about a year, which was a real tough thing to get through, and left his wife and a baby, the same ages. We had babies together. We had Tara, and they had Michelle, 2 months apart at the same time up in Aurora. And then we moved back here. And like I said, things got worse. We just had hardly any money, and Rick went to work for a metal building company. And did whatever he could to make money, but things were bad back here. The economy was terrible. There was no place to live. We had to live in this little old rundown, horrible farmhouse out north of town on the hill. Overrun with mice and snakes. And the water, if you left water in the bathtub in the winter, it would freeze. All the sinks would freeze. Everything would freeze. The well wouldn't keep water in it. I had to drive a tank, pull a tank to town with a tractor with no brakes, go to the waterworks and get water and dump it down the well. Had to do that about once a week because the water wouldn't stay in the well. It was bad. We hardly had any heat. Finally, that we lived there for a long time, and Rick, about that time, bought the tavern, which I didn't want him to buy. I told him I'd never help him with it, but as it turned out, I had to. I was forced to because of money. I started cooking chili, getting up every day at 6 o'clock and cooking a big pot of chili, because his customers started out as just a little tavern, no food, but his customers were hungry. So we started cooking chili. Well, before long, they started saying, well, we want French fries, or we want hamburgers. So eventually, they talked him into getting a grill and a fryer. And then they wanted fish. Well, it started out as just a little seedy bar with mostly young, alcoholic type men who were customers, and old guys, old alcoholic guys who were customers. Those were strange days in this town. The town was still fairly healthy, and a lot of young men had come back, some of them back from the service, back from college. There were a lot of young guys, about 3 or 4 years younger than me, who were back again. And so business was good. Lot of beer drinking going on. And those were rowdy days, too, during the Vietnam War. And the war was still on. It was ending, though. It was getting towards the end. But, I don't know, a lot of those hippie types were still around this area. And they did a lot of heavy drinking and quite a bit of dope smoking. But the beer business was good, but the eating business got better and better. So Rick started adding on, got a grill, and he got a fire. Sold more and more beer, and they just kept saying we were hungry. And they wanted this and they wanted that. So built a bar. We got a big pizza oven, barbecue chicken, beer bread, steak, tons of steak and catfish and carp. Oh, desserts. Finally made a good salad bar. And we were busy. We were making money. Good money. Hand over fist. But it was a killer business. We were open from about 8 in the morning until
Early on station.
This is
Rico.
Kelly, Rico,
Kelly.
Dan.
This year's Jingle Bell Jam is at Side Street Studio Arts, December 19th, 5 p.m.
$1 of every ticket goes to a charity of our choice. This year we're playing for the Diaper Bank of Northern Illinois.
Did you know that Medicaid doesn't pay for diapers?
They're expensive.
They distribute no less than 250,000 diapers a year to adults and infants.
For more information, you can check out their website at diaperbankni.org.
Also visit sidestreetstudioarts.org. And remember,
Diapers rock!
Not here.
He has bronchitis. Yeah. It's pretty sad.
Starlight! Starlight! Starlight!
Join us at Side Street Studio Arts on Saturday, December 19th, 2015 for Jingle Bell Jam.
This year at Jingle Bell Jam, bands are performing for charity.
For every ticket purchased, $1 will go to the charity of our choice. This year we're playing for the Eckerd Mental Health Center.
For charity. Check out our Facebook page, manbitesdog-NBD.
For more information, visit sidestreetstudioarts.org, won't you? Bye. Bye.
Hello, and welcome to Side Street TV. Side Street TV is a network of collaborative content hosted, produced, and co-produced by us at Side Street. From short films, animation, experimental and avant-garde videos, to live performance, alternative media, and whatever else makes you glitch. Thanks for joining us tonight. Stay tuned.